This is Investing Simplified. Smart money, simple strategies. Follow for beginner-friendly investing tips. Why do some people stay broke no matter how hard they work? The answer isn't always about how much money you earn. It's about the silent money habits that are draining your wealth every single day without you even noticing. Today, we're exposing the 7 money habits that are keeping you poor, backed by real accounting data and financial analysis. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what's holding you back and how to break free. Let's get started. Habit number 1, lifestyle inflation. This is the number 1 wealth destroyer that most people don't even recognize. Here's how it works. You get a $5,000 raise. Great news, right? But within weeks, you've upgraded your car lease, moved to a more expensive apartment, and started eating at nicer restaurants. Your lifestyle inflates to match your income. Let's look at the real cost. Imagine 2 people, both earning $60,000 per year. Person A gets a $10,000 raise and spends it all on lifestyle upgrades. Person B gets the same raise but invests 50% of it. Fast forward 20 years. Person A is still living paycheck to paycheck despite earning more. Person B has accumulated over $67,000 from that single raise, assuming a 10% average annual return. That one decision, repeated over a career, is the difference between retiring comfortably and working until you're 80. The fix? The 50-50 rule. When you get a raise, immediately automate 50% into investments or savings before you see the money. Enjoy the other 50% guilt-free. You're still improving your life, but you're also building real wealth. Habit number 2, carrying high-interest debt. This is financial suicide in slow motion. If you're paying 22% interest on credit card debt while hoping to earn 10% in the stock market, you're losing 12% right off the top. You're literally paying someone else to keep you poor. Here's the brutal math. A $5,000 credit card balance at 22% interest takes 15 years to pay off with minimum payments. You'll pay over $7,000 in interest alone. That's more than you borrowed in the first place. Meanwhile, that same $5,000 invested at 10% annual returns would grow to over $20,000 in 15 years. The solution? The debt avalanche method. List every debt by interest rate. Attack the highest rate first with everything you've got while making minimum payments on the rest. Pro tip: call your credit card company and negotiate a lower rate. Success rate? About 70% for people with decent payment history. One phone call could save you thousands. Consider a 0% balance transfer card, but only if you have the discipline to pay it off during the promotional period. Otherwise, you're just delaying the inevitable. Habit number 4, waiting to invest. This might be the most expensive mistake on this list. People say, I'll invest when I make more money. I'll wait for the market to drop. I need to save up more first. Every day you wait costs you money. Meet Sarah and Jake. Sarah starts investing $200 per month at age 25. Jake waits until he's more established at 35 and invests $400 per month, twice as much. By age 65, assuming 10% annual returns, Sarah has $1.4 million. Jake has $947,000. Sarah invested $48,000 less total, but ended up with $453,000 more. That's the power of compound interest and time in the market. Albert Einstein allegedly called compound interest the 8th wonder of the world. Those who understand it earn it. Those who don't pay it. The fix? Start now with whatever you have. $25 per month is infinitely better than zero. Open a Roth IRA or contribute to your employer's 401k. If your employer offers a match, contribute at least enough to get the full match. That's a guaranteed 100% return, the best investment you'll ever make. Not taking it is literally refusing free money. Habit number 5, mixing up wants and needs. This is where financial self-deception happens. A need is required for survival and basic functioning: food, shelter, basic clothing, reliable transportation, healthcare. A want is everything else: eating out, premium brands, latest technology, luxury vehicles, designer items. Here's where people mess up. They use mental gymnastics to reclassify wants as needs. I need the latest iPhone for work. No, a $300 phone does the same job as a $1,200 one. I need a luxury car because I drive clients. No, a clean, reliable car accomplishes the same goal for 1/3 the cost. I need to eat out because I'm too busy to cook. No, meal prep on Sundays takes 2 hours and saves you $3,000 per year. The fix? The 48-hour rule. For any non-essential purchase over $50, wait 48 hours before buying. Add it to a list. If you still want it after 2 days and it fits your budget, then consider it. Also use the 1% rule. Before buying anything that costs 1% or more of your annual income, wait at least 1 week and calculate the opportunity cost. That $500 purchase at $50,000 income? That's invested over 30 years at 10% returns equals $8,772. Is the item worth that much to you? Habit number 6. Ignoring tax optimization. Most people are paying thousands more in taxes than necessary simply because they don't understand the rules. Let's talk about tax-advantaged accounts you should be using. Traditional 401k or IRA. Pre-tax contributions reduce your taxable income now. If you're in the 22% tax bracket and contribute $6,000, you save $1,320 in taxes this year. That's an immediate 22% return before any investment growth. Roth IRA, after-tax contributions, but all growth and withdrawals in retirement are completely tax-free. If you're young and in a lower tax bracket now, this is gold. Your investments could grow for 40 years without ever paying another dollar in taxes. HSA Health Savings Account. This is the most tax-advantaged account that exists. Triple tax advantage. Pre-tax contributions, tax-free growth, and tax-free withdrawals for medical expenses. If you have a high-deductible health plan, max out your HSA before almost anything else. You can invest the funds, let them grow for decades, and use them tax-free in retirement for medical expenses. And in retirement, you'll have medical expenses. The difference between using tax-advantaged accounts and not? Over 30 years, it can be $100,000 or more on the same contributions. The fix? Meet with a CPA at least once. Yes, it might cost $300 to $500, but they'll identify strategies that could save you thousands annually. Track deductible expenses throughout the year. Maximize contributions to tax-advantaged accounts. Habit number 7. Living without an emergency fund. This is the habit that turns a minor inconvenience into a financial disaster. Without an emergency fund, a $500 car repair goes on a credit card at 22% interest. A job loss means immediate panic instead of having breathing room to find the right opportunity. A medical emergency becomes a bankruptcy risk. Here's the domino effect. Unexpected expense leads to credit card debt, which leads to high interest payments, which leads to less money for necessities, which leads to more debt, which leads to financial stress, which leads to poor decisions, which leads to a deeper hole. According to recent data, 37% of Americans couldn't cover a $400 emergency expense without borrowing money or selling something. One unexpected expense away from crisis. The fix? Build your emergency fund in 3 stages. Stage 1. $1,000 as fast as possible. Sell stuff. Work overtime. Cut expenses aggressively. This covers minor emergencies and stops the immediate bleeding. Stage 2. 1 month of essential expenses. Now you can handle a car repair and keep the lights on. Stage 3. 3 to 6 months of expenses. This is your full emergency fund. If you lose your job, you have runway to find a new one without desperation. Keep this money in a high-yield savings account currently earning 4 to 5% interest. Not in your checking account where you'll spend it, and not in the stock market where it could drop 30% right when you need it. Automate transfers every payday. Even $50 per paycheck becomes $1,300 per year. The key bonus habit: accepting a low income without action. Sometimes it's not just about habits. Sometimes you genuinely don't earn enough. If you're already living frugally and still struggling, you have an income problem, not just a spending problem. There's a limit to how much you can cut expenses. There's no limit to how much you can increase income. The fix? Invest in skills that increase your earning potential. Professional certifications in your field can increase your income by 20 to 40%. Learning high-demand skills like coding, data analysis, or project management opens doors to higher-paying positions. Starting a side business aligned with your existing skills. Your expertise is valuable, monetize it. Negotiating raises at your current job. Most people never negotiate and leave an estimated $500,000 on the table over their career.
$500,000.
The best investment you can make is in yourself. Your income potential is your most valuable asset. Spending $2,000 on education that increases your income by $10,000 per year is a 500% return in year one and keeps paying forever. Let's recap the 7 money habits keeping you poor. 1. Lifestyle inflation eating your raises. 2. High-interest debt destroying your wealth. 3. Not tracking where your money goes. 4. Waiting to invest and losing years of compound growth. 5. Confusing wants with needs. 6. Ignoring tax optimization and paying more than necessary. 7. Living without an emergency fund. And the bonus, accepting low income without taking action. Your action plan starting today. Track every dollar for the next 30 days. Set up automatic transfers to savings and investments. Attack your highest interest debt aggressively. Open a retirement account and start contributing, even if it's just $25. Build that $1,000 emergency fund this month. Remember, you don't need to be perfect with money. You just need to be better than you were yesterday. Small improvements compound over time, just like your investments. These habits are choices, and every day you choose either to build wealth or to stay broke. The information is here. The tools are available. The only question is, will you take action?